Yo, what is going on YouTube? Market analysis, post-market analysis for my trade that I took Friday, February the 19th, which netted me over 14 points in profit. I'm really excited to break down this position. As per usual, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not, join my damn free Telegram. I drop my plays there for free. And if you want to be part of my inner circle and work with me directly and learn the strategy that I'm basically going to be dropping here in my post-market analysis, make sure you message me on Telegram or Instagram at official Johnny D. But straight into the sauce. Now, again, the reason why, and I'm going to preach this all the time, you should have a militant routine pre-market analysis. It's very, very, very important. Those people that have been watching my videos, that have been locked in and learning from me in my inner circle, or are just looking at how I trade, you guys know that I do the exact same thing every day. What is that? You must ask. Number one, if you're tapped into my free Telegram, I always drop my post-market analysis, my fundamental pre-market analysis here. Now, what's my fundamental pre-market analysis is CNBC. So again, we have this free app on our phone, on our cell phone, on our iPad, on our iMac that I'm on right now. We have these free apps. Use them to your disposal. So the app that I use is CNBC and Investors Business Daily. Now, on the article, it says this: stocks futures slip as Wall Street takes a pause after a strong week. Now, what does that mean? Where's my mindset after reading this? Well, my mindset is this. Again, look for key words: slip, fall, rise, come back, trumble. These are all words that give me not a general consensus of what I'm going to do blindly, or like, oh yeah, I'm going to look for a buy, or oh yeah, I'm going to look for a sell because the article says this. No, it just gives me a bias on where market could go at a higher probability. So once I see these, I wrote down here, fundamentally, we are bearish. Keyword is slips. And then I wrote this: SPX is playing to my zones I drew up yesterday, struggling at the higher highs. Now, I'm not really going to talk about my Telegram and whatnot. I'm actually going to show you here my charts. Now, what I do is I have my 4 hour and I have my daily. Guys, another thing as well is if you have TradingView and you aspire to be a high top day trader, please get the paid TradingView. You need it. It's going to be something that's going to help you understand this markets a lot better, and you're going to be able to just freely use TradingView without having so much damn restrictions. So again, if you don't have it, get the paid TradingView. It's going to help you long term. Now, what am I seeing, guys? Right? Let me pull out my marker. Right? I'm going to make this super simple for a lot of new people. Think of this like your ceiling or your roof. Think of this like your floor. This is basically your support. This is basically your resistance. Now, I'm looking at this because every single time we touch, I know it's not ideally there, but it's a lower low, and then we touch here, what happens, right? You watching this video can clearly see what happens every single time we touch the roof or support, or in this case, higher highs. What do? We always drop. We always drop. We always drop, and we always drop. Now, that was a massive area for me of interest. Price was nearing this levels, and I'm like, hey, you know what? If we test here again, meaning we come back and we touch this area again, we could possibly flush. Now, again, as a trader, you don't want to have just one bias, or yeah, we're going to go up because the article says we're going to, or the article says we're going to go down, so we're going to go down for sure. I'm going to get in a sell right at this very moment. That is stupid. You don't want to do that because that's not something that you want to just rely on fully. You also want to have your technical price action with that. So now once I have my zones that I'm looking at, now I'm going to go on my 5 minute, 5 minutes and 10 minutes. This is what I like to use whenever I am looking for my entry. And I'm going to help you guys understand what Johnny sees. And if you keep watching my videos and you keep listening to me, you will be profitable. Now, let's actually rewind because I want you guys to understand my mindset, where my mind is at. Now, a key thing that I want you guys to understand is whenever price touches any of my yellow zones, we have massive breakouts, meaning to the downside, to the upside. That's why I have these yellow zones here. It's not for fancy dancy. It's so I can have a ideal area of entry, number one, an ideal area for a potential take profit as well. And then, of course, looking at price action, a key level for my stop loss. Another thing is that whenever price stays in the same spot for too long and it ranges, meaning it consolidates, either two things are going to happen. We're going to break to the upside or we're going to drop down to the downside. Now, because we were such on a bullish trend during pre-London session, ideally, I'm looking for a potential flush during London, clean out some of these buyers. And whoever's buying here, God bless you. It's the stupidest time to buy at 3 in the morning. But sure, go ahead. Trade SPX at 3 in the morning, see how that goes. Anyways, as we're seeing this, you can see price touches and it just starts flushing, starts dumping. And again, this is why these key areas are key for me. So as we're approaching New York session, again, we're moving, we're seeing a lot of good, great moves in the market overall. Now, when we get into 9 a.m., let me play it a little bit more. Boom, we're at 9:30, market is fully open. I have a rule, right? And again, what I say, follow it to a T if you want, or deviate and do your own thing. Take the best of what I teach and apply and leave the rest. Take the best, leave the rest if you don't like everything. But whenever price is here, Johnny does not trade. I don't get into the positions when they're in between my zones. Why? Because just like right here, right? What if I got into a buy right here? Price shot up, and then I'm like, oh, fine, we're gonna go touch these levels, and then boom, it flushes and I lose all my profit because I had a shitty entry. So for that reason, I made a personal rule that whenever price is in the middle of my zones, I do not even get it. Even though everything is pointing bearish, or even though everything is pointing bullish, I don't get in. I don't care because it's following my rules. So what is Johnny doing? Is I'm looking for something called a bounce play. Now, what is my bounce play? Is I'm looking for basically this. And I want you guys to understand what I'm looking at. Now, again, if you were listening to me when I was breaking down the 4-hour and the daily, what did I say? We struggle up here. We touch, we fall down. We touch, we drop. So scenario number one, because again, as a trader, you want to become a chameleon. You don't want to become a robot and have one strict move. For those of you guys that do not know me, I used to play basketball at a very, very high level. And when I had my trainers and I had my coaches, they used to always tell me, Johnny, stop freaking thinking. Stop doing things and thinking about it. Play off instinct. Whatever the defense does, adjust to it, move to it, and what's it called? You're going to become a better basketball player because you're playing on something called instinct. So that's what I did with trading. And now your boy is profitable. Now, scenario number one, right? Scenario number one, we shoot up, we break these higher highs, healthy rebound right here or retest at these levels, and then we shoot up. So that's scenario one. Now, obviously, you guys can see my take profit is there. My stop loss is here. If you guys are watching, another thing I want to tell you, if you don't know what the hell this means, this right here is my entry. This is when I'm getting in. This right here is my stop loss. This right here is my take profit. That's simple. I'm risking 6 points, close to 7, to gain almost 20 points. That's a good risk to reward. Now, scenario two, we come here. We test these levels. Again, what have I been saying? We bounce, we struggle at these levels. We test these, we come down here, and then we flush. But we have to be careful with these levels here as well. Why? Because look, we bounce as well here. So it could potentially be something like this. So I'm very wary. So if I'm getting in for sells, which I likely I did, which me looking at I'm going to, because we run up, we run out of steam, we drop. I'm looking to potentially get out somewhere here. Somewhere around these lines. I'm looking to get out. 61.10 to be exact. Now, let's play. Boom, price is moving. She's doing her thing. Boom, we touch and we fully melt. Now, obviously, it doesn't move that fast, but I got into my position roughly right here. Now, why did I get it? We broke my initial area. We tested these levels. Now, I could have gotten right away, but Johnny does not do that. I'm waiting for a retest, a breakout, a bounce play. So boom, we touch, test these higher lows, we come down. Once we retest and we drop down here, we break and close to a new candle, I get into my sell right here. Now, as price is doing its thing, right, let's play it. Boom, it retests. So we drop actually, it retests. We can get a secondary entry here if we really wanted to. So what I do, in case you guys are wondering, I scale in. So for my live account, I scale in. For my funded account, I scale in. Meaning if my maximum lot is a standard, that means that I'm getting into potentially 4.25 positions or 10.10 positions. That is how I scale in. So as price is dropping, I'm scaling in, scaling in, scaling in. As it's going up, I'm scaling in, I'm scaling in, I'm scaling in. And now I have a beautiful re-entry at the very, very top of this play. So as we press play, boom, press play, boom, we drop. So once we created, what did I say before? Once we created these higher lows, just because where we are right here, and we had a bounce to the upside here, we could possibly have that here. So I took my wins off the table. Now you're probably saying, Johnny, but why? We're like 60 to 70% in through our take profit. Like, why did you do that? Well, because that's already roughly 14 points in profit, 13, 14 points in profit. Why would I keep staying in my position? Why would I stay in? I already netted. I actually got out like right here. I'm already up basically 14 points, 13.5, but let's round it up to 14. I'm already up. Why am I gonna get into um into the thought process of turning a winner into a loser? So once I exit, we see price do something like this. Boom. Now, why did Johnny exit a trade on top of that? Now, if you guys can see, I have my indicators here. So I'm going to explain to you my indicator. So number one, right here, as you guys can see, there's a blue cloud. It's a blue EMA cloud. Shows me when buyers are in momentum. Same thing here. We got a red cloud forming over price, showing me when sellers were in momentum. Now, if I zoom in, because again, this is why it's important to understand price action too. We bounce off the higher lows and we create a new EMA cloud over price. My lazy bear, which shows me when buyers are in momentum, it lost its selling pressure or its sellers. As you guys can easily see, the red here, it starts to get darker and darker and green starts to form. My Stoch RSI is oversold and we're going up. So for those reasons, I said, you know what? I'm happy. I'm up with my profit. Why am I going to hold a position and turn a winner into a loser? And thankfully, I got out because this trade would have turned into a loser or a really bad small win that I don't like to hold trade over the weekend. You guys can see, boom, market doesn't really do much, and it does something like so, right? So for those reasons, that's why I got into my position. And again, guys, you watching this video, you're not gonna understand trading like this. Like for me, like it took me a while to really comprehend this. And as you guys can see, like I took trading serious summer of 2024 last year, but I've been trading for like the longest time, but I just didn't take it serious. I was in multi-level marketing. I was into the recruiting aspect, and I started taking my trading serious. I would say, in terms of journaling, October 28th. So I've been journaling. What did I do here? I literally journal my positions. As you guys can see, wait until it opens up. Where is it? There you go. There is my setup, 14 points profit. I wrote my post-market analysis, basically everything I just explained to you in a small paragraph. And I wrote my pre-market analysis, what I was looking at, my pre-market the day before, and my bounce play. And they both played out. So this helps me become a better trader. So something that I want to tell you guys watching this video, start documenting your positions. Start drawing, start like literally, what's it called? Writing out why you took your trade, and don't write it on a piece of paper. Write it, like, have it digitally like this, so you can look at what you're doing right, so you can look at what you're doing wrong. When I think there was a moment in time, I think it was, I'm trying to think, when was it? It was like beginning of January. I was like in a shitty losing streak. I lost like, it was like I would win, I would lose like three. I would win, I would lose like four. So I was on a semi losing streak, and it was pissing me off. And to the point, being completely transparent, I failed one of my funded challenges because I just went on a horrendous losing streak. I let my emotions get the best of me. And again, no one's perfect. I'm still learning myself, and I lost my challenge. But if I never documented my positions, if I never wrote down why I was losing, what I was feeling, what my environment was, dude, I would have still kept taking L's, because journaling is just like watching film with basketball. When I used to play college basketball, we used to always watch film. Boxers watch film of their old fights, so they can become better. Speakers do the exact same thing, so they can become better. If you notice my videos too on YouTube, they're a lot better. I'm not used to making 20-minute videos of me spieling for 20 minutes. I'm used to short reels on Instagram, where I can knock it down to 60 seconds. Well, now I have to hold a conversation for 20 minutes, etc. Right? So that's today's video, guys. That's why I took my position on SPX Friday. That's how much I netted. And essentially, this is why I'm making this video, so you guys can learn and apply what I've been doing, and hopefully it helps you exceed your trading success, and you guys can get to that profitable level a lot faster than me. It doesn't take a long time to understand trading, in my humble opinion. It takes people a long time to commit. Trading is not something that is for lazy people. It's not something that's for people who are not willing to put in the work. I put in a lot of work. I spend a lot of time on the charts. I literally document. I look over notes. I read books. I'm always thinking about, okay, how can I become a better trader? Because again, guys, the more skill you have in this market, when the capital comes, especially if you're working with me, you know that I set you up right with crypto. You're going to make money this crypto cycle, and you're going to need a way to grow your profits. This is the least resistant way to do so. Trading, you're clicking a button. You don't have to sell anybody. You don't have to prospect anybody. You don't have to do anything. You simply are just marking up, and it's you against you. So if you got value from this video, drop a comment in the chat, drop a fire, drop your biggest takeaway. I would greatly appreciate it. Share with a friend, subscribe, enjoy my free Telegram. Get insights on how I trade, crypto news, etc. And if you want to become a part of my inner circle and work with me directly, so I can teach you and everything, we can do weekly calls. Drop me a message on Telegram or Instagram at official Johnny D. I don't charge a crazy rate. I'm trying to build my brand, and I'm trying to help people win at the end of the day. So hopefully this brought you some value. Happy family day long weekend to all people watching this, and let's make this bag. God bless you a ton, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Peace.